And it's episode 1 of Mountain Man Treasure. Thanks for tuning in today. We're going to be taking a quick little thrift trip. We're checking out Good Samaritan thrift store. It's a local store here in Helena, Montana. They've got a lot of great stuff in there. Unfortunately, they've got a lot of high prices in there. Now, if you're looking just to pick up something, get a good deal on a pair of jeans or, some sort of electronic, whatever, maybe not a bad deal. But in terms of reselling, not always great, right? But on the first full weekend of every month, they have a half off sale. So the first Friday, Saturday, Sunday block of every calendar month, everything in the store is half off. So that's today. It's a little bit later on a Friday afternoon. Had to get off of work and then come in here, but the parking lot's still packed. It's going to be busy today. It's going to be busy tomorrow. Not so much on Sunday, but there'll still be a lot of people in here. So we're going to head in there. We're going to see what we can find. So, yeah, normally $15. So $7.50 today. That's not bad. Button fly. Alright, so here we go. We've got a pair of Levi 501s made in the USA. 36-32. Really pretty good size here. And button fly as well. So we're going to pick these up. And we're going here looking for some team jackets, mostly. Idaho Vandals. We're Notre Dame, but yeah, some poles there. We're gonna leave that. $7.50, I think. Probably not. Worth about more than $25 free shipping, so I'm gonna skip that. Carhartt again can be good. I think the embroidery hurts this one. That's interesting. $25 though. Though I have noticed Olympic stuff, for some reason, seems to move really slow. I don't know why. You would think that Olympic stuff does better, but now Spyder, if you haven't seen it, Spyder is a great brand, great winter brand. Oh, well, there you go. That's why it's only $20 full price. It'd be $10 today, but it's torn and already already embroidered on the back, Great Divide, the ski area of our place, but it's got a tear in it. We're gonna leave that, which is a bummer. But right now, winter coats are starting to sell. But this one, made in USA, vintage Remington hunting jacket. It's an XL. Good shape. There's some stains on it, but not bad. Yeah. With that, we're gonna pick this one up. And found another comfy, made in the USA down. So very good. Would have been good size, but that's a zipper. These guys, you see these guys, it's a booba. I'll focus in there. There you go. These can be worth about $30, but I got some condition issues here. So we'll leave this guy with some marks, but keep an eye out for those. Now you're gonna find the Halloween stuff at discount. A little lenticular. Can be worth something, but these typically not much. Unless you can botch them. Looking at some games, a lot of Wii. Don't really see nothing good there. Sports games, which is pretty much what you see. An iron? That. It's a winner there. Only large. I need the XL. That would have come home with me. That is a place in Seattle, actually. And here's a winner. So yeah. Single stitch, so we know that this is vintage. So we got Looney Tunes, we got fishing, we got Taz. That one's coming home. Okay, here's another winner. Delta Tag XL. Stitch, so vintage. Montana, you got a couple things. You got the Wolf, Native American. Yeah, let's keep it. but it's polo. Yeah, just, no. Okay, now we got some packages to drop off at the post office. 5 sales from yesterday. Let's go do that. Okay, so let's go over what we picked up. Nothing phenomenal, but I think we got some good stuff. First up, we got 2 pair. Wound up grabbing 2 pair of these Levi's 501s, both 36-32, which it actually looked like somebody must have dropped off a whole bunch because there's actually a lot of 36-32. I had a 3rd pair, ended up putting it back. There was a lot of wear in the crotch, and so didn't want to deal with that. But we're going to pair these up together, I think, and we'll run a lot. They're both made in the USA, both in pretty good condition. There's some dirt on them. I think it'll come out in the wash, so we'll go ahead and run these through the wash and then lock them up, put them up. Normal price, $15. Remember, it was half off today, so got them each for $7.50. And assuming that we can get them clean, I think they'll be a pretty good flip. I think they're going to probably flip maybe $30 a piece. So we put them both up and could get, I don't know, 50, $60 out of them, which wouldn't be too bad. I'd take that. Next thing we got an LL Bean button-down shirt, long sleeve, really in pretty good shape. There is some condition issue here on the collar. I don't love that. You know, over here at the top button too. Honestly, it's a little bit frayed, but LL Bean sells well. It's a medium, which isn't fantastic, but not terrible. Good pattern. It's otherwise in really good condition. And the nice thing is that we got this thing for $1.25, right? So it was worth taking a shot at. I think, considering the condition that it's in, we could be able to get 15, $20 out of it pretty easily. Normally, if it was in great condition, I think it'd go for about 25. Here, this is probably my favorite find of the day. This is really cool. This is a vintage Looney Tunes. It's a large, which is pretty good. It is a single stitch. We showed you that in the store. So you can get this to focus there. You can see single stitch. That ended in the 90s pretty much, so you can be sure, or, well, you know what? You can't be sure because there actually are some companies now that do single stitch on current shirts. You see them, you get excited, and then look, and it's American Eagle or something. But typically, single stitch is going to mean vintage. It'll help confirm it for you. But Looney Tunes sells well. Taz, in particular, sells very well. And the cool thing here is we have another, you look at the Venn diagram, we're crossing a lot of lines here. We got Looney Tunes, vintage, single stitch, Taz, and fishing. So that's pretty cool. I think we actually check a lot of boxes here. You can see down here, get this thing to focus.
1996 maybe, 98, but I think that's a 6 actually, 1996 Warner Brothers. So this very cool. Wile E. Coyote hanging out over here. Not sure why he's over there. This one is pretty cool too. This is an extra large, which is a really good size. That's a size, frankly, that you want, XL and larger. Cool Montana shirt. Sometimes vintage state shirts sell. It's going to take a while. We've sold some. Once again, single stitch, which is the first thing that I notice. I flip through the racks, honestly, kind of just looking for this sometimes, rather than looking at the designs. I look for the single stitch first, and then if I find one, then look at the design. But the design on this one, pretty cool. Montana up there. We've got the Native American. We got the wolf. This, again, like the Taz shirt, it checks some boxes. And what's cool is this is a front and back design. We got the same design over on the back. It just doesn't say Montana, but otherwise the same design. In very good shape. I can't find any rips, tears, anything like that. Both this shirt and the Taz shirt ought to move sooner, but I have a feeling they ought to be able to move for between 20 and 25 bucks. So that's pretty good. We got both of those for 75 cents a piece. So that's pretty fantastic. And this should have been half off of 25, but for whatever reason, I'm just looking at the receipt, and she gave it to us for $9 as the full price. She said it was a little dirty, and so I guess she marked it down, and she's right. We've got some marking here. Over here, there's definitely somewhere somebody definitely used this a little, few holes. What this is a vintage Remington shooting jacket, a hunting jacket. You've got reinforced up here. Once again, made in the USA and size XL, which is what we want. Remington, a very good brand. People are going to be looking for this. I've got to do comps, so I got to check. I also got to wash this thing first and see just how many of these stains we can actually get out, because that's going to affect the price, obviously. On the back, we've got some stains here too, but what this is the pouch for your birds, the pocket. So, you're going to get some staining down there. That's to be expected. So anybody buying one of these is going to understand that's what they're going to get here. But this is a very good coat. I could potentially get somewhere around 45 bucks for this, I think. 45, 50 bucks on a good day. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But that a pretty good sale. And once again, we paid $4.50 for that. So that a really good get. The last things we got these shoes. These are soccer shoes. Patrick. I've actually sold one pair of these before. This same line, it's the gold. These are from 1997, I believe. I think that's when they were from. These are new old stock. They were never used. They got their original box, which helps. It's a little beat up, but it's from 1997. You'd be a little beat up too. A size 7.5, which is not great, but when I was in there probably a month and a half, 2 months ago, I bought the larger sizes. Already sold one of those. I figured I might as well grab these smaller sizes and see. They were $5 because they were half off of 10. These very, very good. We'll see, size 7.5. Got another pair as well. These are smaller, a little bit different brand, but also Patrick. Patrick, a very good brand when it comes to soccer shoes, soccer cleats. Once again, new old stock, never used. So we'll see. These a little bit smaller. These are size 6. Yeah, these are size 6. So we'll see. These are going to be for smaller feet. But again, Christmas is coming up. Grandma and Grandpa want to buy the kids some new soccer shoes. These look pretty cool. So we'll see. I have hopes. The other pair that I sold of these, of the golds, we sold for $64 plus shipping. So we'll see. We could conservatively say 50 to 60 bucks on these. Hopefully, I'd probably take an offer around 50, and we'll see what happens. But that's pretty good.
So that does it for video number 1. It looks like all told we spent $32.25. Add up what we're expecting to get out of that. Admittedly, some of that a little bit slower moving, but we'll see. Really, all we have to do is sell 1 or 2 of these things, and we're already in the money. But my guess is, after fees, after shipping, all that good stuff, we're probably right around $200 in net profit. So, pretty good trip for a 45-minute stop to the thrift store.